So ordered. For what purpose does the gentleman from North Carolina seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules and pass the bill Senate 3191.
Clerk will report the title of the bill.
Senate 3191, an act to provide for the expeditious disclosure of records related to civil rights cold cases and for other purposes.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Walker, and the gentleman from Maryland, Mr. Raskin, each will control 20 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from North Carolina.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members may have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend remarks and include extraneous material on the bill under consideration.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, the Civil Rights Cold Case Records Collection Act of 2018 would ensure the integrity of records of civil rights cold cases and ultimately allow public access to them. This important legislation has bipartisan support. I urge all members to support it and yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back the balance of his time. Gentleman from Maryland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself such time as I may consider.
Gentleman is recognized.
I support S 3191, the Civil Rights Cold Case Records Collection Act, which represents an important step toward finally solving more than 100 unresolved cold cases in the civil rights field. The bill would establish a new civil rights cold case records collection and review board so the public can view records related to these unsolved cases with appropriate security and privacy safeguards. The bill would allow the expertise of outside investigators to help bring justice to the families and descendants and victims of these crimes. The bill also would provide a role for Congress in the appointments to this review board to ensure proper expertise and accountability in the process. It's imperative that Congress appropriate sufficient funding to the National Archives and other agencies to carry out the important mission of this legislation. I urge all members to support this bill and future funding measures for this endeavor. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield back the balance of my time.
Question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass Senate 3191? Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative. For what purpose does the gentleman from Kentucky seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and request the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those in favor of taking this vote by the yeas and nays will rise and remain standing until counted. Sufficient number having arisen. The yeas and nays are ordered. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, further proceedings on this question will be postponed. For what purpose? Pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the chair declares the House in recess for a period of less than 15 minutes. The unfinished business is the vote on the motion from the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Walker, to suspend the rules and pass S 3191, on which the yeas and nays were ordered. The clerk will report the title of the bill.
Senate 3191, an act to provide for the expeditious disclosure of records related to civil rights cold cases and for other purposes.
Question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill? Members record their votes by electronic device. This is a 2-minute vote. On this vote, the ayes are 376, the nays are 6, two-thirds being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended. The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.